Hello, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. We've got some more Mary Kay on deck. I know y'all love Mary Kay videos, so I am here to please y'all. Okay, pause. I'm not gonna be immature. Okay. Anyway, this is a new leader in Mary Kay that we have not reacted to on my channel yet. This is a team building training that was actually sent to me, so shout out to the individual that sent this my way. I appreciate you so much. We are gonna get right the fuck into checking this call out, but first, we need the disclaimer.
So hello everybody, I'm super excited about this training. I want to let you know that once I discovered recruiting or team building or whatever you want to call it, that's when I won my car. I thought it would be hard to recruit. It's not hard at all. It's easier than selling, in my opinion. It's just so easy. This opportunity is so incredible that and so flexible and so pliable and so for everybody that to me, it's easy. And I would encourage you to really go forward with it powerfully. Do they have to try the product before they recruit?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
No.
That's interesting.
No. And so I'm, looking at some of you guys that are, well, actually all of you that, could be in for a long time and meet somebody. You can share the opportunity right away, or you can do it more of the traditional style, which is share the product, get them to love it, and then say, hey, what do you think? Is this something you'd like to do? And, or you'd like to take advantage of in the case of just, buying your products at a good price, being a smart shopper. So, yeah, recruiting. I could talk forever about recruiting because I love recruiting. I know that you guys that are listening to this probably want to be a director, and you probably wouldn't be satisfied being a struggling director. I can tell you the tip. It's really easy. I'm taking you into leadership training here. It's just sharing the opportunity on behalf of yourself and on behalf of your people. So anyway, a little bit of director training there. I did the TRIP, which is 650,000 or higher in sales per year, year after year after. I don't have to say it as many times as I did. It was just consistent. And I just shared the opportunity with 30 people in a month for my unit. Most of them, the shares were on the telephone. Occasionally, if they were in San Diego, I'd go and meet with them.
30 people a month? 30 people a month she's asking to join Mary Kay. Ma'am, what? Is it just me? Like, do y'all have 30 people a month that you can reach out to? I get like going out and networking and meeting new people, but not every single person you're gonna meet in a month you should be pitching Mary Kay to. No. Stop the madness.
But it was just, all I cared about was just sharing the opportunity. I didn't care whether they'd recruit. It's not that I didn't care. It's just that I didn't have any emotion tied up to it. The emotion that was tied up with recruiting was patting myself on the back for sharing again. Good job. You shared again. She said no. Good job. She shared again. She said no. Felt the same way every time. If she said yes, really not that much emotion, just like, good job, you shared again, Kathy.
Every time it was, she said no, good job, she said no, good job, she said no. Everybody's just saying no, but she is just persistent as fuck.
She just won't get the message.
So, when I got that, when I trained my mind to think about all I was responsible to do was share the opportunity. Now, as consultants, you share it on your own behalf, or actually what I'm going to teach you now is having me share it on behalf of you. And then when you become a director, you will share it on your own, and you'll actually share it on behalf of your people. You'll say, hey, well, I'll tell you in a second when the pearls are sharing. I'll go through that. You'll do what I'm doing and hopefully elicit the support of your people. They want to move up the career path. They want to get a check every single month. to pay for airfares to see girlfriends, Johnny, or I don't know, fun activities for little B, Asia, or lots of toys for your grandkids, Vanita or Rita. I don't know. I don't know. You're just such a fun girl. More parties with your girlfriends, more girlfriend getaways, something like that. But yeah. Anyway, it's extra money. Okay, it's extra commission. We make 50%. Everybody gets tied up in that because it is such a huge commission. 50%. That's what attracted me. But where you're going to make $10,000 a month and drive a pink Cadillac consistently is through team building, not through sales. You have to work too hard to make that kind of money through your personal sales.
Wait, is this a damn pyramid scheme?
What was that? Where you're going to make the money is recruiting? Because that would make y'all a pyramid scheme. So did you just say the quiet part out loud? Should we just stop watching at this point? It's going to be too good. We have to keep watching, right?
Be smart. Start to share the opportunity. They're like little mini yous all over the United States. All over the United States, doing their own thing. You're not their boss. I love the fact that that Asia reminded her recruit, she's a senior, yay, reminded her recruit to come on this morning. That's what you do. As a consultant recruiter, you make sure they feel loved, appreciated, supported. You don't have to do the training. Get them to the training. That's what you want to do. You want to do exactly what Asia did. Hey, Bobby. And you know what? Bobby's at the lake this week, but it doesn't matter. It wasn't annoying for Bobby, her recruit, to get a message. Hey, hope to see you. No, it was like, gosh, Asia's thinking of me and she just thinks the world of me. She wants me to come to training. She believes in me. There's a lot implied in that. Hey, hope to see you, and she can watch this and know that Asia feels that this training is valuable. There's a lot said when you remind your team members about the training. Let me do the training. I prepare. I've had 32 years of experience. And when you're a director, you can train. All right. You can train, but your job responsibility is just to love your people. Mary Kay called the commission that you get as a consultant from your team members love checks. Love checks.
Oh, hold on. What the did you just say?
No, they do call it love checks. So I recently reacted to another individual who was doing a training and she mentioned love checks. And I asked people to comment who have been in Mary Kay. And that was the first time I've ever heard of love checks. And somebody confirmed they are called love checks. And that is very much cult-like behavior. Love checks. You go to work and you get a paycheck and suddenly we're calling them love checks. Could you imagine going to work being like,
hey, when do we get our love checks?
What? I would take that a different way. I'd be like, I don't hand out love checks. Those aren't, no.
That there's a lot implied. Just love your people, but be in communication with them. Thank you, Asia, for letting me in on that message to Bobby. She sent it to me and Bobby so I could see, what she was sending. And I'm was reminded. That's what a recruiter does. Communicates and cares. Awesome. So don't get too concerned about, oh my gosh, I need to learn everything before I recruit. No, you don't. Let me teach them. You know how to care about people. You know how to encourage them. You know when the training is. So leverage Kathy. Thank you so much, Asia. You are on it, girl. Okay. Congrats out to Asia, who just became a senior consultant. Congrats to Johnny, who just entered DIQ. Way to go, John. DIQ is a process of becoming a director. Let me just explain that since this is about recruiting, we'll go through the career path in a second, but Johnny is qualifying to become a director, and he's going to be doing it in 2 months. He has one of his team members on right now, and hopefully some of the others will be listening at a later time. But they need to do 13,500 in a 1, 2, 3, or 4 month period, actually 3 month period, and move to 24. active team members. So his plan is to do it in 2 months, and I know that they will. And I know that Asia, Bobby, Lori, on and on, Cheryl, and there's just, he has a lot of people on his team are going to be a huge part of him getting to that goal, which is so exciting. And the other thing that anybody that's on Johnny's team or any DIQ team should know is that your recruits now will count towards your DIQ, towards Johnny. So if Asia, for instance, has 5 recruits this month, that's so sweet of you, Benita. 5 recruits this month, Asia's a team leader. Woohoo! She gets up to 13% commission now, plus a $50 bonus per qualified team member. But also she's like, hey, Johnny, got you 5. Do you love me? He's going to be like, yes, Asia, go, get more. Let's get you into DIQ. Anyway, okay. So, yes, thank you. Lots of fun here going on in the chat. Love it. Let me just kind of keep on track. Good morning, Nancy. Nancy Ceballos is here. Numero uno in our area. Woohoo! She is hot. And I just want to tell you something. Let me just crow on Nancy for a second. Nancy, I've told you this, but I'm going to tell it to everybody publicly. I'm so darn proud of you, and I know that you're 100% in, and here's why. Here's why I know she's 100% in. Every day I hear about, because she's in regular contact with me, and of course, every day I hear about something, Nancy, that you do that is out of your comfort zone. Every day. It's going to seminar. You thought that you'd be able to go with your husband, Jerry, and Family Matters, could not go. You went anyway. All by yourself. Yeah. She is doing facials on the go, like spur of the moment makeovers.
Oh, is she an esthetician? Probably not. I don't know any esthetician that is out here shilling Mary Kay, and estheticians would be the ones that are providing the facials, and legally, if you're not licensed to be touching another person's face or skin, you shouldn't be claiming that you can. Might want to be careful there, Nancy.
She's doing social media posts. She's growing. Yesterday or the day before, she went out in 107-degree heat and did a booth.
I can't stop sweating.
She's like, should I do a booth? I'm like, hey, it can't hurt. She went out, and you know what? A lot of times I just want you to know, when you stretch and grow like that, it feels so good. You may not get any results from it. It doesn't matter. In my opinion, it does not matter. You learned, you grew, and there's something so powerful in my experience about stepping out of your comfort zone and just trying something new. That's the same thing I was talking about with recruiting. Don't worry about the results. I went out in 107-degree heat and got a booth, and
that is nothing to what? I went out in 107-degree weather, didn't make one singular sale, but you know what? I did great. What did you learn? That it's fucking hot out? It's too hot to have an outdoor booth of makeup? All the makeup's gonna melt. Nobody wants to get their makeup done in heat. You shouldn't be touching anybody's face anyway. Delulu, it's Honolulu again. We're back on Honolulu.
Every time you stretch and grow, whether there's results right then or later, in my opinion, you always will get some sort of blessing. Always. It's weird how it'll come. Maybe she'll get a $300 order today. I don't know. Something that's not even related, but somehow something will come down, and you will be like, oh my gosh. So, Nancy, I commend you. It is so obvious that you're 100% in. It is so obvious that you're working through your trials and tribulations with your family. I know you're there for everybody that is you're concerned about. You're there for them 100%, 1,000%. But you're also showing up for your business every day as you go here and there and support all these family members that are going through crisis, but you're still 100% in. I applaud you. And that's what you need to be in this business. My sister was over. We went to some dinner play last night, and we were talking about business. She has her own business. Good morning, Carmen. She has her own business too. She has these shimmers that go in hair, and they shimmer and all that kind of stuff.
Where are we going with this?
We were talking about you, Johnny, and stuff. She's like, Johnny needs to invest in his business. I'm like, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. She's like, usually businesses don't make money for a couple of years. Tell him that. I'm like, oh, I think he knows, because that's how I worked. Okay. I knew I knew I could be successful because in Mary Kay, everybody can. It's not like the NBA where you have to be super tall. And if you're super short, there's no way. You can be successful at this if you want to. So I knew that. I knew I'd figure out a way. I just knew because there was evidence all around me of people that had done it and had succeeded. And I knew I could get to that level with tweaks and hills and valleys and, you know, a little up and down. I realized that. And I hope you do too. But I knew I needed to invest not only time, but also money. I went to seminar. My director told me to go to different events. I went. My director said, get some inventory. I did. I decided to get a computer. Back then they were heavy duties, this thick. Can you imagine? You know, that is crazy. I got an assistant. I got somebody to clean my house. I got set up for massive success. And the name of our unit is what? The Warriors of Faith. You got to have faith in yourself, faith in Mary Kay, that you can make this happen because you can. And you're going to get the support if you, especially if you show up for training and you reach out to me, and we'll together work towards your success. And I don't know why I'm showing up so strangely here. So here's the pearls of sharing. I wore them today. They're very delicate. If you like delicate jewelry, you will love these. Let me just tell you how you win them.
Here we go.
It's super easy to win this prize, okay? This looks like you, Asia. These are very delicate. These are very like Asian. So we've got the drop pearl earrings with the little bumblebee at the top. This is for 3 interviews. Okay. 3 interviews that I do. I'll tell you what to say later. Let's get it going as soon as possible. They don't have to come to your debut before we do it. We can do it now. 3 more. I just think this bracelet is so delicate and so beautiful. A lot of times I'll wear chunky things, but I love delicate, more feminine things as well. And this is very feminine. And then the pearls of sharing necklace. Yeah, with the bumblebees and stuff. Remember that no matter what prize I offer, if you want to go to the top, you should win it. I don't care. My director would offer a pencil or I don't care what it was, a book. I would try to win that prize. And I followed the prize trail and it got me to the top. And it will for you too. Okay, let's go back. Let's stop. Let's see if I still am black. Yes, I am. Black background, whatever. It's okay. All right. So if you're here today, I'm going to offer these pearls to you. Okay. I don't know that you guys already have the pearls, but if you do, we are going to get you another pair. Okay. Okay. When I first started Mary Kay, I thought you had to know everything. I thought you had to ask certain questions. When my director came out from New Jersey, she flew out after I'd been in Mary Kay. Let's see. She flew out. Okay. So in those days, a little history. It's kind of interesting. In those days, you had to pay for phone calls, long distance, and it was expensive. So I didn't talk to my director hardly at all. Okay. She was in New Jersey and I was in California. Probably I talked to her like 5 times, maybe. Let's see. When she finally came out, I had already gotten my red jacket all by myself because she couldn't do 3-way calls or it'd be too expensive. And we didn't have Zoom. And then I got on Target for car. Okay. All by myself. And then I was in my 3rd month because it took 4 months to win a car back then. My 3rd month, she came out and she showed me how to share the opportunity. Now you're probably wondering, how did you get those people? Well, I didn't know how. So I just took them to the meeting. And and then I followed up with them after the meeting and like, why don't you join? And then they would join. But when she came out, flew out from New Jersey, she did some interviews. That was her purpose, to fly out. And professional inviter. Absolutely. So she said, my job was what I'm going to tell you guys to do. My job was to get, I don't know how many she told me, 6 people, something like that, maybe more, to sit down and listen to the opportunity. Oh my God. I did not do it until the day before she came. And I remember crying. I don't know if I was literally crying, but I was freaking out. I thought, oh my God, they're going to say no. They're going to think I'm weird. Oh my God, she's coming out. She's flying out. And I have no one for her to talk to. I remember where I was when I was freaking out. It was at a different house. It was on Burnaby in Rancho Penasquitos. And I remember where the phone was. And I remember talking to Tony, and he kept saying, just call them. Just call them. Just call them. I'm like, I can't. Just call them. What are you going to do? She's coming out tomorrow. Oh my God.
That should be a sign. If your insides are telling you like this doesn't feel right for me, then maybe it's not right for you. Sometimes it's just things that you have to work through. But when we're talking in terms of an MLM, multi-level marketing company, where you are essentially, in my opinion, scamming people out of money, you should probably listen to that gut feeling telling you it's not right. Because, again, in my opinion, it's not right. Just leave the people alone. Stop inviting them. Nobody needs to be in a multi-level marketing company. It's a trap, and you are likely going to lose money.
Well, I called them and everybody said yes. Because she gave me a script. And how could they say no to the script? With a script, that's why we have a script. It's hard to say no to it. And every one of them enjoyed the time. And I think most of them recruited. Why wouldn't they? Such a great opportunity. But what I learned through watching my director, and what I hope you'll learn for having me do these interviews for you, is that you will learn that you can do it yourself. Because you're going to learn, it's like, Kathy is not, like, she doesn't have any magic thing going on here. Like, I thought she would. Okay, well, she has a good track record, and this is what she's been doing. I think I can recruit. That is what I learned from listening to Kate Gillen, which was her name. I'm like, I think I could do it better than her. That's what I want you to learn. I want you to experience me just talking with people and just finding out about them, finding a need, exploring that need, seeing if Mary Kay can help them towards that whatever end they want in their life, or maybe not. In many cases, it won't be helpful at all. You'll see my relaxed style. Maybe yours will be a little different. Everybody's style is a little different, but mine is very relaxed. And I can assure you one thing, no one will get off that call or Zoom with me and feel like they were pressured or manipulated, because nobody likes to be pressured or manipulated. Oh, thank you, Aisha. Oh my gosh, I love it when people talk to me. Yay.
Please talk to me.
Okay, I'm turning on the black background again that I don't know how I made, but anyway. So just, you'll see me being myself, you be yourself. Oh, as far as the type goes. Okay. All right. This was a big thing. We can overthink who's the right type. I can overthink even after 32 years.
So if you're not watching, she's pulling up slides and leaving them on the screen for like a second and then putting herself back on the screen. So I don't even know why she has slides at this point. It's not making any sense. She's not using them. She's just making herself small, showing a slide for 2 seconds, and then making herself big again and going on and on about recruiting in Mary Kay.
I'm like, I wonder if this gal Terry will want to join Johnny's team. Oh, she works full time. Oh, she probably doesn't need the money. Oh, this or that. You know, I can think of all these different things, right? Or I can think, why not? Why wouldn't she? Why wouldn't she want fun? Why wouldn't she want something as she's nearing retirement? Why wouldn't she want access to the best product ever, in my opinion, that you can use on your face for the least amount of money at 50% off? Why wouldn't she? So it's like, go in, you have to train your mind, and I still have to. Let's do it, Asia, let's do it. I still have to train my mind. I still have to. What you saw there, as far as that picture, you saw an 18-year-old girl, Hannah Weatherby, right here with her mom. She recruited and did great. And then here's Pete Todd. She's a director. She's in her 80s. And here's a single mom over here, Star Pleasant. There's no Mary Kay type. No Mary Kay type. As soon as you kind of get out of that and you just say, I want to share with everybody, that'll be great. Okay. And there's so many reasons to share the opportunity. Personal growth, you're going to grow it. How do you become a leader if you don't have any followers? I mean, let's be real here. You can't just be like, I have this leadership thing, a group after the meeting. Well, yeah, that's great to study about it, but if you don't have anybody on your team, how are you really going to put it into action? So the personal growth is important. The cash compensation You guys, that is where you're going to make the kind of money that you hear about, the millions that people make in Mary Kay. It is not from selling. Let me tell you a story.
Millions? Come on now. Millions. The C-suite might be making millions, but how many consultants are actually profiting millions? After they're restocking their inventory, using their own inventory, paying their taxes, are they really profiting millions, ma'am? Not likely, according to statistics, of course.
Okay, so there's this soiree that you can go to if you're on one of the courts and walking across stage at seminar. It's a beautiful, beautiful soiree with music and delicious food. It's absolutely beautiful. Rita, just go off and come back on. It'll probably get your sound back.
Just leave and come back.
You need to leave.
Anyway, I was at a soiree and I was talking with some of the gals, and I noticed that somebody said, "Ooh, that's the queen of sales over there." Oh, I said, "Oh my God," or she will probably be, or something along those lines. I said, "Oh my goodness, I'd love to introduce myself to her," meaning she sold the most personally, right? So she sold the most personally. And so I went up and introduced myself, and I think I was in like the Trip Unit Club, like 650, 700,000, 800. I don't know. I can't remember. It wasn't the million that year, but it was pretty high up. And she said, "Well, thank you, honey," because I was congratulating her. She said, "Thank you, honey. But truth be told, I'd trade places with you in a heartbeat." Selling the product is terrific, but there's two things. The big, huge money is going to be in the commissions you earn from your team, simply because she's selling, he's selling, she's selling, she's selling, she's selling, it's unlimited. You could have 300, you could have 500, you could have 1,000 people selling a little bit, right?
Very interesting.
What was that, ma'am? What was that? Did you just say you're a pyramid scheme? No, but you sure did say the words that say it without saying it. Again, for the second time on this training. Hey, Mary Kay, how's it going over there in Pyramid Land? You liking it in Egypt? Allegedly, in my opinion. Anyway, let's push play before I get myself in trouble.
And it's that residual income, leveraged residual income. I haven't heard about that, but they're having a great time. They're having a wonderful time. Sometimes people go, "Well, how do you manage 350 people?" I don't manage them. You guys have your own business. You know that, right?
False.
Carmen, I just love on you. You're doing a great job. You come and go and as you please, and, no pressure from me, just a lot of love, a lot of encouragement. Right now, you're doing super. I'm super proud of you. But I loved you just as much when you kind of took a break because of your mom, So I always lead with an open hand. Sometimes you have different things, different challenges. And then if I have an open hand and don't kind of keep you and make you feel guilty, you come right back. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Love that. So anyway, and then the other thing is not only the paychecks of the money, it's the paychecks of a heart. Now you can, I have a gal at Zumba that was broken out, and I delicately asked if she would like to try our Clear Proof set, which guarantees that it will improve acne in 7 days. So, you never know. Even though her product is guaranteed, I might have to give her money back or get her something else because, it might not work. It doesn't always work. But if it doesn't, of course, the company guarantees everything in our line, and certainly the Clear Proof. So I said, do you want to try this? I mean, it did change her skin at Zumba just the other day. I think it was Tuesday night. I saw her at Zumba, and I was just happy. Her face was totally clear, So yeah, I changed her life a little bit. I changed it a lot because acne is a terrible thing. But anyway, because you feel so self-conscious, But I change more people's lives by sharing the opportunity than the product, hands down.
For better or worse? Let's take a poll of the people whose lives you changed, quote unquote.
Okay, let me give you, gosh, I have so many examples, but there's kind of a very impactful one. Linda Kieser. She was in Mary Kay for probably 20 something years, okay, with me. She never, I think, I don't know, maybe she had one recruit or two or whatever, not very many. She wasn't always a star consultant. She maybe was 2, 3, perhaps 5 times at the most in the 20 years. So she wasn't like a super seller. Well, unfortunately, this amazing woman who I love so much passed away and from cancer. And I, of course, went to her memorial. Do you know that woman had a whole table at her memorial of her Mary Kay ribbons, notes from me, Mary Kay stuff, not product to sell, of course, but Mary Kay stuff. That's how much the Mary Kay meant to her and to other people.
Well, here's an interesting turn of events.
I am sorry for the loss of this individual, for that family, and for her friends and everybody who was close with her. But having a shrine to Mary Kay at your funeral should be a sign that was a bad idea. Having a shrine to an MLM at my funeral will kill me twice. That would be I would die again. I would die again.
When I go and meet people that have been in my unit before, they say, even though they've gone maybe a different direction, they say they are successful in large part because of the training they got in Mary Kay and how they learned to treat people with respect and love and to encourage them, not to criticize them, but to praise them to success, to keep their priorities and on and on. So anyway, you're making a huge difference in their life and in your life, of course, too. All right. So that's how you move up the career path. We start down here as a consultant, and I'm going to be reviewing this frequently as we go forward. I decided we need to move up more this year. So we start as a consultant, we make 50%, and we get these amazing star prizes, which I don't see any around here. Darn it, I should have brought one. But I mean, clocks for the house, a TV, trips, anything you want, a ring light, something practical, like what I'm using right now. A computer stand. I mean, the choices are endless. But anyway, as long as you order a cumulative total of $1,800 in a quarter. Now, if you've started after June 15th, like for instance, Asia has started, beginning of July. So she placed her first order, which congratulations, it was $600, and that was great. So now she's qualified. She got $370 of free product, got a beautiful, that cute purse that is just perfect for the yacht that you guys go on, your mom, has over there on the lake, because it's kind of like waterproofy and squishy, and you could put stuff in there for little B when he starts to go on the boat. But anyway, she got that, and it was so fun. But Asia, if you want to become a star, for instance, she will need to order another 1,200 or sell another 1,200, which she will, because she's having a debut, and it's going to be exciting. But the deadline just for everybody to get to 1,800 to be a star is September 15th. There's no grace on that. So 1,800 wholesale needs to be in by September 15th. So make a note of that. Okay. So that's fun. Consultants, I'd say most of the consultants that start, they go down the selling trail. They're just like, oh, this is so great, so fun, so natural. Just weave it into my life. I go to a party. I just mentioned I sell Mary Kay. I get some orders. It's just a very organic thing. Then you go into senior consultant. You make 4% commission on your team. Woohoo! Okay, got a little check coming in there. Move to Star Team Builder, though. That's where you have 3 active team members. Oh, sorry, forgot to say the $50 team building bonus. Okay, if they start with a 600, or again, I'm going to use Asia as an example. Or when Bobby gets to 600, which just a matter of probably weeks because she's going to have a debut too. When she gets to 600, you're going to see $50 pop into your bank account, and you'll be like, Oh, that was Bobby. She got to 600. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So every time that you get a person that starts Mary Kay and they get to 600 cumulative or all at once, like in your case, Asia, boom, Johnny was your recruiter. He got $50. Okay. So then you get 4, 6, or 8% as a red jacket. You get the honor of wearing the red jacket. 4% you always get. 6% is if you and your team cumulatively order in that month $1,000, or 8% when you and your team cumulatively order $1,800 that month. Okay.
The red jacket thing, like, why red? They couldn't pick a different color. Why isn't it pink? Oh, is that the next pink? Maybe I just let her talk and find out. Red, though. What? Just go buy a red jacket. They probably have them at TJ Maxx, because are red jackets really flying off the shelves? They're probably on clearance. You could just get a clearance red jacket and say you got it from Mary Kay, and that'll be that.
There's my jacket. This guy gave my jacket too.
Consultants are no longer eligible to earn the car. You're going to need to become a director. The percentage of people that were doing that was so low that they just decided to take that out and get people excited about moving to elite team leader with 8 and moving on to director in qualification with 8 and becoming a director. So why become a director? The impact you're going to make, the fun you're going to have. Oh, that's why I don't want to leave Mary Kay. Oh my God, it's the most fun thing, the most fulfilling thing in the whole world. I mean, I just don't know what is more fulfilling than this position right here, sales director. So anyway, by the way, it's not 30, it's only 24 unit members that you need. And yeah, okay, that's the only change there. Anyway, suffice it to say, there's just a lot of bonuses here, okay? Suffice it to say that if you were a consultant and you got a check for $1,000 based on your team, doing quite well. If you had been at this position of sales director, that same activity would have been $3,000. The same exact activity. More responsibility, yes. Now you're the trainer, or at least you're delegating the training, right? You're holding a weekly meeting, right? So anyway, I want you to know and to memorize this ladder of success and to move up it. Why not? All right. We already talked about that. Okay, here's the good part here. Now, go ahead and take a picture of this, please.
Oh my God. It says smile and
It's going to text it, or if you want to call, that's even better.
I'm dying at the freaking parentheses. Are you fucking kidding me? So she's going to read this to us, but in parentheses, after the first paragraph of what she's telling these people to say, it says smile and then wait for her response.
This can be texted, or if you want to call, that's even better. Hey, I'm so excited. Now make sure you put emojis in. I did not. Okay, got to put emojis in. Hi, so-and-so. I'm so excited. I just started my own Mary Kay business, and I'm training to learn how to share the opportunity with people. Now, in some of your cases, you have not just started Mary Kay. So you can say something, I'm so excited. My director just gave me a challenge to share the opportunity with 6 people in the next 2 weeks. My director just gave me a challenge to share the opportunity with 6 people in the next 2 weeks. Okay. My director recommended that I ask the people I most admire and respect to practice with for my training. And you were at the top of my list. Now,
Every single person that this individual or these individuals are sending this message to are all at the top of the list. It's just a horizontal list of people separated with commas. So they really are at the top of the list. I'm getting delusional. I've filmed so much today. Sorry, friends.
a person at the top of your list could be making $200,000 a year, but you think that woman or man is awesome. She needs to know. He needs to know about the opportunity. He may not do it, but he may know someone that would be perfect for it. Okay. So anyway, you have told him or her the truth that you admire and respect. Don't be lying. Don't choose the people. Oh my God, she's I don't want to talk badly about people, so I won't even give an example, but you're just looking at that name and going, oh God, if they could get it together. No, that's not the type of people you want to hire, that you want to have on your team. You want one that you're like, oh my gosh, she's my boss. I can't tell you how many bosses of people that were consultants they recruited. Like, don't be afraid of your boss. They're just a person and they might want to do this. So, okay.
All right. I've touched on this before, but most places of work, most places that you are going to be employed at, have rules against MLMs coming into their business and either selling while you're at work or recruiting while you're at work. So if you're trying to recruit your boss and you're against getting out of the MLM, you're not going to listen to any advice that I give you. Please just take this one piece of advice, at least. If you're going to try to recruit your boss, don't do it on the time that you are supposed to be working or you are at work. If you guys have that kind of relationship where you talk outside of work, do it then, because if anybody finds out that you are working your Mary Kay business while you are at your traditional job, you can very quickly get fired. So keep that in mind.
So then they're like, what they will do if it's a phone call is they'll go, oh, shucks, that's so sweet. Or, oh, can't believe you said that. That's so nice. Then you go on. It's very natural. Is there any reason why? Now, is there any reason why you should incorporate in all of your asks? Because it is very hard for anyone to say no. Honey, is there any reason we couldn't go out to a movie tonight? If he says no, hey, okay, let's do it. If he says yes, okay, let's go. I mean, it's a little bit tricky, but here's the thing.
Tricky or manipulative? Which one is that? Are those the same? Really? They're really just the same word.
To a movie is fun and positive for our relationship. And guess what? Having a facial, trying Mary Kay. You're not going to be twisting their arm to buy it. It's fun. It's like going to fill their cup for the next week. The time that they're going to have with you on Zoom or in person. Yeah. So is there any reason why you wouldn't help me with my training? Now, training is key. Okay. And I will mention that at the beginning. Thank you for helping John with his training. Thank you for helping Rita with her training. Okay. Thank you for helping Carmen with her training. Thank you for helping Latasha. Okay. I'm going to say that. Okay. So, and it is training. Like I said, my director flew all the way from New Jersey for me to listen to her and go, I can do that. I can do better than her.
Whoa there.
So I want you to feel the same way, and I need you to get this training. Just listen to my director tell you a little bit about Mary Kay and ask some questions so I can learn. Again, it's all about the training. Wait for a response, then schedule a time and date to meet. Okay. Now, the way that we schedule a time and date to meet is by giving them choices. We don't say when would be good. I think I did that on a text recently and I shouldn't have. Shame on me. Okay. Sometimes when you train, you're like, dang, I'm not following my own advice. I just did that on a private messenger because I wanted to share the opportunity with somebody. And I just said, what time today would be good? Yeah. Anyway, I should have given her two choices. I said anytime after 2 would be good. Yeah. I should have said, would 2 o'clock be good or 3 o'clock be better? Anyway. Okay. So give them a choice. Even if those choices won't make, you can give them another choice, okay? And then you have to give them another choice.
That was an interesting detour we just took. In the last training that I reacted to, she told her team, write this down. Give them 2 options of a time. And if 2 options don't work, give them a third. Why do you have to write that shit down? Anyway, she should have followed that advice, I guess. She should watch my channel.
How would you like to connect? Now, most of you, it's not going to be in person. And I want you to feel okay about that. When we were number 7 in the entire nation, when we did the million, That year, I know for a fact I didn't even do one interview in person. And we didn't have Zoom back then. So if you're not local to me and we do nothing in person, you are, in my opinion, you are not at a deficit. We can do a 3-way call, or better yet, we can do a FaceTime 3-way or a Messenger 3-way with the video, or Zoom. Zoom is always easiest for me, but okay. So then you ask, would an in-person, or in most cases, would a 3-way call be good, or would Zoom be better? Now, I'm going to send you all a link to my schedule. My schedule has been very busy, so this is perfect timing, because after tomorrow, which is a party that I'm having at my house, it's called an after party. Sorry for you guys that aren't in San Diego, but anyway.
Well, this is awkward.
It's going to be super fun, and I'm going to be busy. But after Sunday, I'm like, okay, seminar's over. I am ready to rock and roll. And here's my priority as far as work goes. Okay. Well, I won't tell you all my priorities, but let's just say if you have an interview for me where I'm going to talk to somebody, everything goes away. Top priority, Nancy Ceballos wants me to talk to this gal. Top priority, Rita Scarborough has somebody that she wants to do a 3-way call. I don't care if I'm at the beach. I will get on the phone. It is the top priority for some director training. For a top director, in my opinion, sharing the opportunity should be the top thing on the list. So
What? So like you're chilling at the beach with your family and somebody says you need to do an interview for Mary Kay to recruit, and you immediately drop your family and be like, I gotta go. I gotta go work. That sounds dreadful. That's worse than a traditional job, because at least at a traditional job, if you're at the beach, most times you're on your vacation time, you've taken PTO, maybe you've taken time off without pay. I've done that too. It doesn't matter. But you're off from work. You are not clocked into work, and nobody is going to bother you while you're at the beach with your fucking family. These people need a grip. They need to get a grasp on life. What's really important, Mary Kay or time at the beach with you and your family? Come on now.
I'll get you my schedule. Okay. Now, this is the one thing that they may say, because if they know you, they're going to say yes. They're going to be, oh, yeah, that's so sweet, but I'm really not interested in doing Mary Kay. Okay. They know nothing about Mary Kay, but they're not interested. Yeah, right. Whatever. Okay.
She just dismisses them. Yeah, right. Whatever. You don't know what you're talking about. That's gross. Come on. This is awful.
So you say, you know what? I totally get it. I would actually give him a hug. I totally get it. But you know what? You don't have to be interested in becoming a consultant. Could take a picture of this page too. This is just training for me, and I would so appreciate your help. I will win a beautiful set of pearls when I complete the training. So is there any reason why you wouldn't just listen? Again, I use that, is there any reason why you wouldn't just listen? And you could even add the word training again. It will melt their heart.
It feels desperate.
So you're guilting them now because you're not going to get your set of I can't.
But Aunt Sally, if you don't listen to me and join my team, I'm not going to get these pearls.
What the fuck is happening? Does what? Oh my God. Somebody should really bring her back down to earth. Is there any reason you just wouldn't listen to me? Yeah, I don't want to join Mary Kay. I'm not interested in Mary Kay. It sounds like my 6-year-old child trying to bargain with me. But why? Please, please, please. No, I said no 150 times, and I'm going to say it 151 if you ask me again. Please, no. That's probably how these people feel.
And you can also say, oh, here's the other thing I forgot to tell you. I have a contest, a drawing this month, that you could tell them if you have to. Go ahead and tell them. I always forget because people just say they'll listen and I don't even have to do this. But if you want to, and definitely they'll be part of the drawing as long as you let me know. Well, obviously, I'm doing the interview, so I will know. I keep track. They're going to be entered into a drawing for $100 of free product. Okay. So yeah, go ahead and spice it up with a little bit of that. Okay. Plus, when we do 30 sharings this month, you're going to get to choose one of these beautiful purses. And I have another one that is so cute. Oh, so cute. I'll show it to you at the meeting. But all we have to do is work together as a team. Some of you may do 10 shares this month. Wow, you'll do a third of what the unit needs to do, and you'll have a really good chance to get one of the designer purses. And some of you will contribute one. And you know what? That might be the one that we need to get to 30. So we work together as a team, and you get to pick your purse if I, do the drawing on the first Monday of September, and we have 30 shares. Okay. So let's go back to here. Okay. So I'm going to text you my link. Do I have any questions yet? Let me get off. I have a little bit more to tell you, but do I have any questions from anybody? Are you tracking me okay? Is everything pretty clear? Okay. Silencio. Okay. All right. Now with any appointment, you want to keep in touch with the person. So what do? I don't know. Send her the lookbook, send her the skin analyzer. Hopefully, since it's just talking with me for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, you've booked it the day before. I mean, this is not something you need to book a week in advance. Hey, how about today? Hey, how about Monday night? How about 5 minutes from now? How about now? It's just not a big deal. But if you do have to book it in advance, send them some stuff that kind of makes them go, wow, how cool is this? So the skin analyzer app or the lookbook or the Mirror Me app would be good. What do you have to do at the appointment? Absolutely nothing. You might want to wear something besides, your raggedy old t-shirt, something that gives them the feeling of respect. Clothing is a show of respect. So, wear something up at the top that looks like you respect the appointment, Okay, as you go on, not the pearls of sharing. Now we're kind of into a different topic here. What do you do at your selling appointments to further your recruiting efforts? Tell your story. And then ask, could any of you use extra money for trips, for vacations? Could you use extra money to pay off your credit card debt? Could you use extra money to, just give them, a bunch of just more shoes, whatever. Give them some ideas for the people that are at your parties, and then say, watch me today, watch what I do today, and maybe we can explore the possibilities of you earning extra money through Mary Kay at the end of the party. Okay. So that's what you do at the beginning of the party to set people up. And then at the end, let me go back because you actually might have a party or a facial or something. You take a picture of that. All right. And then this is really important. Is Nancy still on? I know she'll watch this later. She's probably driving. Okay, Nancy, you're going to watch this later. So really proud of you, Nancy, if you're watching this, which I think you are, for starting to do your parties full circle and not only selling the product, but getting a second appointment and asking for them to listen. That's called full circle. Okay. So this is at the end of the appointment, you're one-on-one. There's one more thing I want to say because I really mean it. I really do. I think you'd be good doing what I do. Now tell me, with the proper training, do you think you could do what you saw me do here today? Well, I guess so. Could you use an extra $500, maybe even $1,000 cash for part-time work? Definitely. Okay. Well, I'm kind of busy, but we could meet later on today, or would tomorrow be better? And I could run some information by you. Whatever you decide is fine with me. Set up the appointment time and date. Can be on Zoom, in person, over the phone. You can include your director or do it yourself. So this is after you've done your process sharing, which you're all going to do. All right. That's a sheet that you can order on Mary Kay in Touch. All right. Here's your challenge. Now, if you were at the Monday meeting, you already made a list of 50 people, which, by the way, if you did that, you should be expecting a pack of lookbooks from me as a gift. Super proud of you to think big and get those 50 leads, I guess you could call them, whatever, people that might enjoy what we have.
Leads, I guess you could call them, which is actually what they're called. They're leads. And if y'all were running legit businesses and knew what the fuck you were doing, you would know that the people that you are warming up, essentially, are called leads. Those are leads, not just leads, I guess. Leads. They're leads.
Together. Good for you. And I asked, if you recall, to make a star by at least 10 of them. You might have to ask 10 because some might not respond. You know what? There is a consultant in my unit. She's like a top consultant. Actually, I have a couple. Okay, I have a couple that are terrible, even to this day, responding to my texts. Okay? I tell you that not to make you feel like, oh, those are terrible people or something.
That thought never even crossed my mind.
There are amazing people that would do great at Mary Kay that are not that responsive. And so you might think, oh my God, I probably offended them. Oh, they're probably like, what the heck? Why is she doing this? Why is he approaching me? Oh, no, not necessarily. You be persistent. Those types of people appreciate persistence. I don't know what goes in their head because I'm not one of those people that doesn't respond, but I can tell you there are two in my unit that are top consultants that I love to death. One of them told me, you have to, I want you to know in advance, I'm terrible about returning texts. Call me if you want to reach me. Actually, both of them like phone calls better. And if you send a text, do a little arrow up. Keep giving arrow up. Keep giving a smile. I need that. I get so many texts, okay?
Texts. Are you receiving the state of Texas? It's texts. Text with an S, not Texas. Anyway, back to the real reason we came here.
So anyway, so text and call those 10 people, and I challenge you to do it today. I challenge you to do it at the latest by tomorrow. This is the weekend. This is the time that they're looking at their phone. They're not at work, a traditional job. They're going to say yes. They're going to say yes. So, and I already told you about, hey, let's get you a purse. And I'm just going to end with this, okay? Because this helps, this attitude that I'm going to read you of this particular poem.
A what now?
Gives you the attitude on recruiting that I want you to have. If we are thinking about others and we are the all love area, if we are focused on others, you're not afraid. We only get afraid when we're thinking about us and what people will think about us. Okay? We're the all love area. So let's love. Okay. So here we go. Maybe she needs me. It had been such a long day. Ugh. You're thinking about yourself, right? I was finishing a task. Oh God, you have this list you're going through. You're like, no, I can't think of anybody. I'm not going to call anybody. I'm not going to see anybody. I'm not going to talk to anybody. As I hurried past her, a little voice said, ask. Oh, no, not today. I told myself, I'm tired. Shows.
Wait, this is a poem about Mary Kay?
Yeah, and we're thinking about ourselves. Besides, I'm going to look foolish. And she'd likely just say no. Again, that prejudgment. While drifting off to sleep that night, I saw her face again. I wondered what her life was like, her needs, her dreams, her pain. What if she'd been wishing for a friendly word and smile, a chance to know somebody who would go that extra mile? We need to initiate that, ladies and gentlemen. We need to go that extra mile and get out of our comfort zone and ask. What if she'd been waiting for a break, an open door? Maybe every night she's crying because she can't make ends meet. You just never know. Was this the opportunity that she'd been waiting for? I saw the car she might not drive. Do you know how much a car costs and how great it is to have a free car? You're going to have a free car. If you work hard at this business, you're going to drive for free through the rest of your life. Not pay insurance, not pay tax and licensing, not pay for repairs. You're going to drive for free. The ring she might not wear. Okay, John, I know you're probably not excited about the rings, but you can give them to your girlfriend. But you know what? Women love that they earn rings like this. My husband never has to buy me jewelry for the rest of my life. I mean, I get these honking rings and beautiful bracelets and my goodness, because I would not risk myself to stop, to ask, to care. So what if what I offer her is not her cup of tea? Great attitude. That's a choice for her to make. Hello. How selfish can I be?
Selfish of me not to bother her with Mary Kay.
All my dreams are realized. I don't want to regret the lives I wouldn't touch and change, the no's that I didn't get. John, I am just so proud of you. The other day you said, well, I had a great day of getting no's. I was like way more proud of you that day than I was any day that you said, hey, I got a new team member. Okay. Or I got a new sale or whatever. Those no's are what makes the champions. If you can get those no's, I know you're working hard. I know you're getting out of your comfort zone, and you should too. Oh, let's live a true go give, and let my mission be not to think, oh, do I need her? But maybe, just maybe, she needs me.
But it's still an agenda for the person who's asking. Do I need her? Just maybe she needs me. You're always going to need another person when you're in an MLM because, like she said multiple times in this training alone, the only way to make good money in Mary Kay and any MLM is recruiting people. So it's always an agenda of I should ask them so that I can recruit them and then I'll make more money.
Maybe she needs me. The cars she won't drive. The rings she won't wear.
Just let these people be, lady.
So I'm going to remove my spotlight here. And I want to ask you guys, thank you for being here this morning. Who is up besides Asia? And I would think Johnny, but Johnny, I want to hear you because I know Asia is up for the challenge. She's chomping at the bit, ready to call at the beginning of the training. Yes, Asia, let's do it before your debut. Seriously, let's just get you some recruits. Let's move it. This is what you love. This is why you're going to be not only a director, you're going to be a Jillian. You're going to, of course, you can have the replay. You're going to be a Kathy Oliveira. You're going to be a Gloria Mayfield Banks. And Johnny, look at you. NDIQ, becoming a director already. We've talked before. It's all about the sharing the opportunity. Share the product and then share the opportunity.
She just told somebody that they're going to be the next her. How highly do you think of yourself? I get confidence, right? But I'm not going to walk around and be like, you're going to be the next Sam D. No, you're going to be your own person. Like, we are all our own people, okay? Just like Simone Biles said. She doesn't want to be the next whoever. She wants to be Simone Biles, right?
So Vanita, Carmen, Rita, and whoever else listens to the replay, who is on this challenge for this weekend? And excuse me while I sneeze. All right. I know, Asia. I know you are. I'm excited. I'm going to send you my calendar. I'm going to send you the replay as soon as this is over. Woo! I am excited. Who else? Did I miss somebody in the chat? Come on, you guys.
But I'm turned off.
There's Asia. Okay. Feeling inspired. These meetings keep me excited. That's great, Rita. But what are you going to do with the excitement? Can I get some people that are committed to the pearls of sharing? I'll talk to anybody. I'll talk to your gardener. I'll talk to your husband. I'll talk to anybody. Who's up besides Asia? Okay, Rita, let's do it. We've talked about it before. Use the script. Asia wants me to send her the, actually, I can even send it. Oh, Asia. She's encouraging everyone.
Cheerleader.
You're a cheerleader. Yes, you are, Asia. Okay, well, we have Asia and Rita. And Johnny, are you there? Johnny, you may be multitasking.
Maybe he doesn't want to fucking do it. Leave him alone.
But Johnny, I know you're in for it too. So keep me busy. Even with just you three people, I'm going to be busy because I'll do 6 times 3. That's 18 interviews in the next week. Yeah, I am on it, baby. I am on it. Okay. Well, hopefully there'll be more that commit to this challenge of doing 6 interviews and win this beautiful Pearls of Sharing set. And more importantly, build their business. So goodbye, everybody. And we'll see you on Monday. Bye.
All right, that was dreadful. Wow. Who wants to be the next me? There are certain people in MLMs, most of them, that I've reacted to on my channel at least, that are so fucking out of touch with reality. And this call definitely displayed that, as well as, hearing that Mary Kay is basically, in my opinion, a pyramid scheme twice. Without saying it, she said it. It's time for our palate cleanser. TikTok hates your bullshit.
Name something a divorced man hopes his ex-wife will do.
Die. We're not divorced. Die. Number 1.
Oh, that's brutal. Wow. Anyway, those Family Feud ones are always fun to watch. Thanks for hanging out with me while I talk a bunch of shit, and I will see you in the next one.